Hey, everybody, all you wonderful people out there. Sorry I wasn't on last week. Life happens, right? Sometimes when life happens to me, I know it's not best to be peopling. And I know most of you know who my friend Jessie is. Jessie shops on Instagram and Jessie Bellflower on Facebook, and she's got a YouTube channel. She doesn't do too much on that yet, but she's on TikTok, and I'll tell you what, the girl's got a following, and she should. So today she did a post about how it's I can't remember the exact word that she used when you're talking to somebody and they have their sunglasses on and they don't talk back, they don't remove them, and you have to stare at yourself because you're looking at them in the face, right? So I'm wearing my sunglasses for Jessie. Don't know if she'll be here. And Jessie, ditch the Carmex. Get some fruit smoothers. You know what? I'm just going to send you some because we all need to have tasty lips, and Carmex does not taste good, and it's yuck. All right. Now, you guys look at my eyes. Do you think I should put the sunglasses back on? Now I'm going to be Kevin Commonwealth Picker, except for I'm pretty sure that he doesn't have grass from weed eating on his sunglasses. All right. I just thought that'd be kind of a different little entrance. So let's go back up here. We have Glenn, almost always the first person. How you doing, Swamp? And Cindy, she's getting ready for her Whatnot show tonight. Let us know what time, and maybe some of us will show up there after this or during it or whatever. Makes no difference to me. Should stand up here because here, put my desk down a little bit. There we go. Oh, I missed Sue. Hi, Sue. Feeding the cats. All right, we'll be here for you. Hi, April. How are you? Callie Dibbs. Hello, hello, hello. Mama Beth, how are you doing? Oh, Sue fed the cats. She's back. Dory, how are you doing? Patty. Maria, hello, hello. Ethel, I have something for you. Oh, please tell me it's right here. I'm sending it to you. I bought it I bought it on Whatnot to sell on Whatnot. I didn't. I bought it on Whatnot from Courtney. It says Ethel. I don't have a Shirley one, sorry, but you're going to get the Ethel one. Hi, Michelle. Excuse me, guys. So sorry about that. Miss Sherry, everybody keep Sherry in your thoughts. She's having a major surgery on her jaw. This will be her second one, and this one will be a little more difficult recovery time. So you guys keep Sherry in your thoughts tomorrow. She also goes by Butterfly Resell if you see her on Instagram. We have Cricket McGee. Are you new, Cricket? I think you are. All right. Welcome in. Miss Renee, how are you? I'm trying to be cool. It's hard to try to be cool. You know, if anybody sees Jessie pop in, let me know, like yell at me so I can put him back on. I messaged her, but this is late for her. She's in Florida. Crafty Kitty Vintage, Leanne. Yeah, right. My future's so bright, or it's I wear my sunglasses at night because I can. Jeremy, how you doing, buddy? Oh, that's hilarious. Oh, I can't even click on the right buttons here. And hello. Kathy, how are you doing? Have you signed up on Whatnot yet? Because I am going to be bringing all kinds of goodies. I have been cleaning my office. I have been sorting in my storage unit. You guys just wait. I may have a show tomorrow. I haven't scheduled it yet, but I'll be having shows here regularly. So if you're not following me on Whatnot, there is a link in the description. You can get $10 to shop. You can use my link to register to sell if you want to, and we'll both get some money. Either way, no pressure. But I mean, hey, what's $10 worth of free money, right? Let's see. Doug, how you doing, buddy? I thought you just like to wear your sunglasses. I do. I do. No, bust out the aloe. I'm not burnt. I'm really not. I'm burnt out. But the aloe plant's not going to help me with that one. I'm going to ignore that, Doug. 10 p.m. Central. All right. Doing lots of lots. Uh-oh. Jessie. Hey, girl. Hey. I may or may not have seen the little Instagram reel story today. I'm going to send you some of these Blistex fruit smoothers. See that? Because you need some good chapstick for all your singing. Anyway, this girl right here, if you guys aren't following her on Instagram, but more so if you're not following her on TikTok, which she brings a lot of her stuff over, but she is, sorry. She will lighten your life up. Game on. Uh-oh. Hi, Lisa. How are you? I'm way behind. Hello from Ireland. How are you? Welcome in. You're going to probably wish you hadn't been here. I'm just teasing. Oh. Karen, how are you? Karen, how you been? You know it. Chap, these are my favorite sunglasses too. I found them like 2 years ago in the bins, and I've put new screws in them and I drop them all the time. You're the bestest. I learned from the bestest. Anyway, that's my ode to Jessie. So there you go. Thanks for popping in. I know it's late for you that you're getting ready to hit the hay. So I'm not talking about that, but hi, Mia. So I'm not even going to pull that up. All right, you guys. I know what you're here for. You're here to find a new category, a new subject, learn something new outside the box. I love you. You're recovering. What happened? I'm not doing that, Marie. I'm not. Absolutely not. So you guys, please don't, because it's not a day that I celebrate. Okay. And I'm not joking around. Please. It's not a happy day. It's not a happy day. So, Karen, tell us what you're recovering from. Are you recovering from an estate sale? Or are you recovering from falling down the stairs because you tried to catch one of the grandkids? I hope not. Did you get a tooth pull? Nothing bad, I hope. But you're recovering, so that's the good thing. All right. For those of you who just came in and had to deal with 5 minutes of nonsense, okay, 12 minutes of nonsense. Carpal tunnel. Ooh, well, you're going to feel so much better when you're done recovering. Life will be amazing for sure. My sister had that done on both of her wrists years ago. Years ago. All right, calendars. I know that everybody probably, no, they don't. I'm just gonna talk to you guys like you know nothing, because I know you're not stupid, but we're not just going to talk about regular calendars. We're not just going to talk about vintage calendars, and we're not just going to talk about calendars or whatever. But the first thing that we are going to do is talk about calendars. How many different kinds of calendars are there? Well, let's see. Introduction to calendars. A calendar is a system of organizing units of time for the purpose of reckoning time over extended periods. There are 6 principal calendars in current use. These are the Georgian, the Jewish, the Islamic, the Indian, the Chinese, and the Julian calendars. And I'm not going to read to you about all of them. You see nothing and hear nothing and know nothing. Those are the best ways to be. But basically, the principal astronomical cycles are the day based on the rotation of the Earth on its axis, the year based on the revolution of the Earth around the sun, and the month based on the revolution of the moon around the Earth. The complexity of calendars arises because the year does not comprise an integral number of days or an integral number of lunar months, if that makes sense. All right, so I do not have this link in the, I didn't put any links in the description, to tell you the honest truth, because that's just how it is. But I'll put links in the, as I pull stuff up, I will put links in the chat over there for you. So if you're coming back in at a later time, pull the chat up. There will be links in there. If I think about it when I come back in a couple of days, I'll pull some links out and stick them in there, but no promises on any of that, you guys. I don't want to be a liar. There's already enough going on. To have that, I mean, I'm a savage scavenger and I buy weird stuff. I can't have liar in that too. That's just way too much. Yep, United States Naval Observatory. All right, we're going to ditch this one and we're going to go to this because I want to give you guys some, they have the nuclear clock. They do. Horology, not horrorology. Just let's work with me here, okay? Oops, Karen, I got you still up on. Let's do this. Oh my goodness. So horology is, I'm going to put this in there too because we don't want anybody left out when I just said that I was going to, put links in. So there you go. Horology is the study of time related to the Latin horologum from ancient Greece. They say Greek, but I'm saying Greece because I want to. I like the way Greece sounds better. Is the study of the measurement of time. Clocks, watches, clockwork, sundials, hourglasses, clepsydras, I don't know. I know I said that wrong, but timers, time recorders, marine chronometers, and atomic clocks are all examples of instruments used to measure time. So I want you guys to understand that all of these little things that I just talked about are actually things that sell very well and for a lot of money on any platform. We can talk eBay. That's my main platform, right? But all of these things, clocks, watches, and if you want to know more about those, somebody would be so kind as to drop Rob Junk Monkey's link in the chat. I would greatly appreciate it. That man knows more about watches than any of us will ever know in our lifetime. And if you need help, he is super happy to help you. There's a video in my Let's Talk About It where he came on and chatted, and he is an amazing person, and gemstones and that kind of stuff. So he is a certified Rolex repair person, one of the few in the United States that is still certified, registered. He's got papers. He's papered. Anyway, so keep that in mind when we're talking about calendars. Calendars are all over in this about keeping track of time and all of that good stuff. So in current usage, horology refers mainly to the study of mechanical timekeeping devices, while chronometry more broadly includes electronic devices that have largely supplanted mechanical clocks for the best accuracy and precision in keeping. But I wanted to bring that in because it's all tied in to calendars. And thank you, Mia, in one way, shape, or another. So that is there. All right. Let's go back here to Wikipedia. And I will, drop this link in here too. because I think it's important that you guys understand that I don't know everything, but I research the heck out of stuff. And when I have something that I think is valuable information, then that's how I choose my topics to talk to you guys about. Hi, Vintage Huntress. Welcome in. Because I retain a lot and I can go walk. There is not a room in an estate sale where I can't find something that fits in pretty much any category. And is that a lucky thing? Well, it could be if you're, there's not an estate sale I probably couldn't walk through that I couldn't find something to sell for a good deal. And then it also can get you in a spot where, I mean, I don't look up sell-through rate. I don't look up sell-through rate. I sell a lot of vintage and one-off weird stuff, right? Buy the weird stuff. So here is a list of calendars. I'm going to quickly, you were in his live chat last night and told him you sent me. I love Rob. He is the most amazing person. Here's a list of calendars. Included are historical calendars as well as proposed ones. Historical calendars are often grouped into larger categories by cultural sphere or historical period. So Hebrew Jewish calendar, it's lunar solar. I didn't go through that. Dang it. Got to go back here. Historical, I wanted just that one. Here, let's do this. A calendar is a system of organizing units of time for the purpose of reckoning time over extended periods. There are the 6 principal calendars. So maybe I did talk about that. It's been a long couple of weeks. Bear with me, will you? There are 6 principal calendars in current use. So you have the Gregorian, Jewish, Islamic, Indian, Chinese, and Julian. It's still not saying exactly what I want. All right, we'll just go back here. We'll just go back here because it's in this one then. So here's some lists of calendars, and in the first column is the names, and then there's the types, right? They're telling you how these calendars base their time use continuum spacage, beam me up, Scotty kind of stuff. Hey, Leroy. Oh, tell Mo I said hi too. I miss you guys. And hey, Chrissy, how are you doing? So the Hebrew Jewish calendar is based on a lunar solar system, and the lunar solar months with the intercalculation of additional monthly every 2 to 3 years to bring the cycle closer to the solar cycle. The Egyptian calendar is a 365-day fix. The Ummah calendar is a luna. It wouldn't be Luna, it would be Luni solar. And go so on and so forth. 4 seasons and 8 nodes is solar. Geezer calendar, that's mine. It's not geyser. There's no I in there, so it's got to be geezer. I'm laughing. As a lunar calendar, the Roman calendar, 6 ancient calendars, and there's more calendars than you guys could shake a stick at. That was pretty good. I'm just gonna put it out there, but you guys already know. Yeah, geezer, that's right. Colony calendar. Zorro has his own calendar. Well, what do you know about that? Chinese calendar, the Japanese calendar, several different Chinese calendars, because you have the Daming origin and the Yuan, I think that's how it's pronounced, but probably not. So and then you have the American calendar, and just bulgur rice. That's a good one to eat. I'm on a roll tonight, you guys. That's all I can say. Tibetan, Hebrew. Some of these I know you guys and gals have heard. I'm just going to say you guys, so don't take any offense to anything, because it's just for me. I'm letting you know right now, it's a generalized statement. Astronomical year, Swedish calendar. I wonder if that tastes like Swedish fish. So go in here and check some of these out, because you guys will be amazed. And if you're ephemera nuts and you like to buy ephemera, there are people out there that just buy large, huge boxes of papers, or they're gifted it for free. And incoming. Yeah. What's up? Mom. What are you guys up to? I don't think they can see you. Hang on a second.
We came to bother you.
Yes. Well,
we didn't know you were doing a live.
It's Thursday night. Don't hang on a second. You're fine. What are you guys up to?
Nothing.
Say hi.
Hi.
What is it? I got it.
What do you guys? Oh, you were just going to come to visit?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Well, I'll come see you when I'm done.
All right.
You tell everybody bye, right, Dren?
Bye.
Not even living with me or visiting tonight, and he still got in on it. What can I say? Spock wave. That's right. That's my oldest son, Justin, who is also Dren's dad. For those of you that don't know, Dren is my grandson. For those of you that don't know that either. All right. Harry, how you doing, buddy? Oh, he's such a good kid. He came over this morning with I take him to school in the morning usually. And he came over with a dirty shirt on. I was like, really, buddy? So my friend sent me a bunch of clothes and stuff, and that shirt was in the box. And I was like, I think this shirt's going to be perfect for you. So he was pretty excited about that. What is the paint color in there called? In my office? I'll have to text you the color of it. It's a some form of a moss green. I love it. It's dark. It's brighter than what I thought it would be, but because I was trying to match the colors that I had at the farm, because I loved them. I would never have been able to match the color I had in my office at the farm, because it was like 12 different cans that I mixed together. But I'll message you the name, because I still have a couple of cans of it, actually. Because I don't think I'm going to do any more rooms of it. So maybe if you want them, you can just come get them. So trying to remember where I was. Oh, I was on the Swedish fish calendar, which is a solar calendar. And I think I better do this. Put this back over here. I think you'll notice that a lot of the older, look, if you see all of these ones that are in the solar, all of the older, wow, somebody help me. Hi, Jeannie, how are you doing? Some of the older countries, that might be the best way to say it, are very much off solar, the solar style calendar. All right. And then you can go down here and it talks about variant months. I'm going through all of this. Is kind of painful, because I want you guys to understand, and I know a lot of you do, probably 99.999%, that there are other types of calendars, that there are other types of things to be looking for other than just American calendars, because they're all worth quite a bit of money in one way, shape, or form or another. And as I was saying a little bit ago, people like myself who love ephemera, and by the way, I'll be selling a lot of ephemera on Whatnot. So if you want ephemera, that's where you're going to need to be. I will have some on my eBay channel, but I have a lot. I have a 10 by 10 storage unit. I'm in the process of going through right now, and I am making totes. Each tote will be one Whatnot sale. I have a big one out in the dining room right now. So that will be starting. The ephemera sales will be starting next week. So there you have it. Like I said, the link's down below if you want to follow my store. And if you're not following me on Instagram, that's where a lot of the stuff I know you like the Dollar Tree calendars. They go with those lovely tablecloths that you can't seem to say no to. She has a problem. She started it and she allowed it to accrue, and I can't help her. All right, so I wanted to go down here because if you go down a little further, keep going, it explains all of these things. I'm not going to get that. I'm not into that. We're not going to talk about that. But I do want to come down here where it says see also and edit, and you can go into things, because right here it's giving you a whole bunch of different kinds of calendars that you can just go look up, right? The liturgical year calendar. Well, what is that? Also called the church year, the Christian year or calendar, and you're going to find all kinds of those out there. That's something to put into search and check it out. There's the calendar of saints, but here's one right here. I'm not going to say I would find it difficult for any of you that are resellers that don't know about this, but period, anybody that has any religious affiliation, the Advent calendar. If you don't know about it, you will know about it shortly. The Advent calendar is the calendar used from the start of Christmas until the 25th of December. It's used to count the days of Advent in anticipation of Christmas. Since the date of the first Sunday of Advent varies, falling between November 27th and December 3rd, inclusive, many reusable Advent calendars made of paper or wood begin on December 1st. Others start from the first Sunday of Advent and thus include the last few days of November that begin the liturgical season of Advent. So if you guys didn't know, I didn't know that until I was doing some research. I had no clue, and I have no problem saying that. So there are so many different kinds of Advent calendars, and as a reseller, if you the Advent calendar that gives you a piece of chocolate every day or a note and a hi Sandra, how are you? You're docked 5 minutes more. You got to go out for 5 minutes and come back. Just kidding. There are so many different kinds of Advent calendars, and just because you find an old one that's been used and opened up, I wish I had some here. I shouldn't say just. I listed a bunch. I have a bunch in my store of old German ones, and they're paper, and they look, I know I have a couple more in here. But they basically almost just look like a shadow box, and you can put a candle. That's what they would have done. I wouldn't suggest that. You can put a light behind them. Oh, I love the German ones. There's the graphics and the scenes are they're just beyond amazing, in my personal opinion. Do they make a calendar for the lead up to Easter? Would not surprise me. Would not surprise me at all. The Nordic Jukelender calendar is the Nordic Christmas calendar. There's a living Advent calendar. So you can go down, go down below here and pull up all these different types of 24 windows in front of the Hellbrunn Palace in Salzburg, Austria, used as an Advent calendar during the town's Christmas market. That's cool. What do we got here? This is a stand-up Advent calendar by Carlsen Verlag. So this one's got to be Danish or Swedish. I have a couple like this that I don't have listed yet. This is a typical one, an Advent calendar featuring Santa Claus riding his sleigh. That's a typical one that those of us from the the Lent calendar. Hi, Susan. And hi, sweet jazzy girl. If I miss you, and Sue B, how are you? If I miss you, don't take it personally. I'll catch you sooner or later, or just don't get upset. Advent calendars with presents as flaps And my sister had an advent calendar that she used for her grandkids every year. And because she used the same one, it was a wooden one, I think. And what she did was she put a note in each spot, and each kid had to, I think, I can't remember exactly how, but they had to go on a hunt to get their whatever it was treat. They lived next door to her, and she had a dairy farm in Astoria, and they were at her house every day. So she enjoyed that, and they enjoyed that, and I know a lot of people do that. So homemade advent calendar, that's kind of cool. So I mean, advent calendars are a big thing. Oh, I think I have one like this. I just took it out to it's in a box for whatnot, you guys. Easter has the Holy Week Ash Wednesday. Very, very true. Very true. So let's get out of these pictures. So there's a lot of, that's one of the first times that I've seen an image gallery like this in Wikipedia. So there's lots of references down below. And I put those links in there. I got to turn the fan on. It's going to be 90 degrees here this weekend. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and further. And that's very high temperatures for Washington State this time of year. So watch out. Those of you who already live in hot states, I'm already feeling sorry for you. All right. So for those of you that do follow me on Instagram and have seen, I did a short video. I didn't put it in my shorts. It's just this is my bolo on road and track, some road and track calendars that I got a couple of weeks ago and I have sold a large amount of. And it's kind of funny, sad, but Sherry Stottenberg, who's in the chat, she and I and one of her friends and a new friend of mine, Sean, all went to Salem to the Great Junk Hunt. And I had the start of a stiff neck Thursday, and we left and went down there Friday, and I was worn out. And so we were going to hit a couple more estate sales on Sunday on the way back. And I was just like, no, I'm just going to go home. I'm tired. I didn't go to breakfast with them. I pooped out. Anyway, Joanna is an estate sale dealer company owner. I'll get it in a minute. Up here in the Pacific Northwest. She goes to the coast. She goes up north of me and out towards Longview, which is heading up towards Centralia. Hi, Beth. How you doing? She goes east, west, north, and south. She has a radius, but she's one of my very favorite places to go. She's just an amazing person. And we had already been to 2 of her sales in the Salem area, and she had another one going. So I was just like, all right, I'm driving right by there. So I stopped. It was literally the last hour and a half. When they have sales that have a lot of stuff on the last day, it's at noon. It starts at $20 a bag, fill a bag. And then she stays open until 2. Yeah, she stays open until 2 on Sundays. So they kick you out at 1, and then it's $10 fill a bag, or so much per piece, something like that. $1 an item, something like that, or $10 fill a bag. And then at 1, they kick you out, and they explain to everybody, because not everybody's familiar, and they let you back in, and everything is free. Well, I got there just a few minutes before 1. And it was still, I think it was still, no, I got there a few minutes before. Yeah, I got there a few minutes before 1 to 2. When it was still $20 fill a bag. So I got there a few minutes before noon. A few minutes before it was going to be the $10 and the $1. You're all like, arr. And on a table, an 8-foot table in the garage, they had these road and track calendars. Now, I'm pretty sure that my friend Terry, Mindful Recycle, had been there, because I had asked Jody or Joanna if Terry had been there, and she said she thought she'd been there both days. And I was actually quite surprised that Terry didn't pick these up. And I said, well, there was 21 of those and one of another one. I said, can I have all of these? And you could have any size bag, right? You could have a big IKEA bag, or you could have a little paper bag, whatever, $20 for whatever size bag. And I just had their paper bags because all my bags were full from the weekend. And I said, I'll take all these calendars if I can have them for $20. And they're like, oh yeah, stack them up right here on the table. This is your spot. And I didn't research them or anything, because if you know that people like cars, then that's enough to know. If you have ever heard of road and track, then that's another clue. It's really not, in my mind, not calling anybody names, it's really not hard to think that you should probably pick them up, especially when you're talking Porsche, Lamborghini, Camaro, all the high-end vehicles. So I couldn't even find any. I couldn't find any to do comp on in the first place. So that leads me to think that's probably why nobody picked them up, because nobody could find any comps on them. So I bought those, and then I kind of wandered around and I bought a few other things, but I stayed and chatted with her for a while, and then I was like, all right, oh heck, I'll just go in for the $1 thing. And I got a whole set of dishes for $1. They're in my kitchen. I just washed them. I'm not far behind. So you guys, let's go right here, because I want you guys to see these. I found one person that had these listed. I made one listing, and let's go in here to orders. That's the best way to get to them. It would help if I did this. I made one listing. These were big. They're big. And I'm going to show you. I put my hand, it's not opening up. I don't know. Okay. I literally put my hand in the picture of each one of them for a reference. You notice how I have the ruler down here and my hand here. These are what are called large format. And from what I can understand, these calendars never hit the open market. You had to be at a dealership, own a dealership, be a high-end mechanic, or have worked for road and track in some way, shape, or form or another to get your hands on these magazines. And this set grouping right here, I sold 8 of them to the gentleman that bought the first 3 from me at full price. And he wanted these ones. So I made a listing. So these are the ones that he wanted. And I ended the 8 listings that he wanted. And I took the picture of each of these, the first one, and I made a specific listing for him for all of these years that he wanted. You see my hand in that's the end of it. Okay. So I sold 8 of these to him for $250. Now, yes, don't freak out. I did free shipping because these are heavy. Somebody remind me to talk about shipping on these, because I have something. I need to just write myself a Post-it note, because this is important and I want you guys to understand this. Shipping. I always spell calendars wrong. I always want to do calendars, not calendars. calendar. Okay, got that there. All right. Hi. You took the pages of a perpetual calendar out of the almanac. Oh, that's cool. That's really cool. That's another reason we're talking about calendars. So let me go out of here, out of this listing. And, oh, shoot. Of course. So I listed these. I came home Sunday. I made one listing with the very first one that I sold. And then the next morning I duplicated all of those. And all I had to do was add the pictures and change the name in the title. So this is what I have left of the 21 that I had. I have 9 left. 9 and 8 is 17, 18, 19, 20. Yeah. Okay, I had, 20. Yeah, because I have another one. So what I ended up doing was I paid $20 for all of them. It ended up being like 91 cents a piece that I paid for these. So you'll see that I have in here. This is how I do my custom SKU. Estate sale, ESRT, that's Rusty Trunk. That's the company. I put $1. I just put $1 in, rounded up $1. I bought them in Oregon, so I didn't have to pay tax on them. $1 bulk purchase, $417.23. That's the day that I listed them, and bookshelf is where they are because I only have one bookshelf, but that has changed now. They're in their own special spot. So that's how I do my listings. So each one of these listings left here, I have them listed for $99.99. Right now I'm running a 20% off sale. I wonder why this one isn't in the sale. Oh, it is. Never mind. So let's open one of these up so you can see how I did my pictures. Now you notice they're not straight on. I did that on purpose. And a lot of them I did that with throughout the photos too. That's just how I did it. A lot of them were difficult to get information as to who made them and stuff like that. But I pretty much tried to do, I did the front, the back, I opened them up, any information that I could find that pertained to, let's see, like this calendar. That's who did the photography and that kind of stuff. And most of them are the same people. They are very loyal to their photographers and their people. Hi, Christy. So Worth Point shows a large format sold back in 2022 for $99. Yeah, they do. I know. I have Worth Point. That's where I found the one. But I don't use it as much as I should because, I mean, I have a subscription to them and I use them. But Worth Point is good for research. It is not good for pricing your items, period. That's all I got to say there. If you go by Worth Point's prices, you really have to factor in how long ago did it sell, what kind of condition was it in, and where's the market on that item right now. And I know none of you guys are stupid, but I'm just putting that out there for you. I love Worth Point. It is a great resource and I gladly pay to have it. But you guys have to be really careful when you're looking at Worth Point to really be good with the prices on your stuff. And then there was only one other listed on eBay and he didn't even have it in the right category. He had a weird, he's still there, I'm sure. He had a weird title on it. So I sold the first one. And then in that listing, which I didn't, in the sale, I didn't see the message until I went to ship. He asked if I had these other ones. And I kind of thought it was weird that he couldn't see them. So I told him I had 2 of the 4 that he was asking for. And that if he wanted to buy them right away, I would combine the shipping and it would be easier and cheaper to ship the 3 of them together than it would be to ship them singularly, because these are large. They're almost 2 feet, as you can see. Let's go back here. 22 inches. These are, and they have a wire spiral thing. So how would you guys consider shipping something like this? My thoughts were the cardboard tubes. And then I was like, no, because I mean, you can lay them out flat. It's a pain. I didn't want, these are expensive. They're thick. They're heavy. They're nice. None of them had writing in them. I don't even think any of them had ever been hung up on the wall. Does that answer that for you, Beth? And you guys tell my friend Beth hi. She is in, what part of Texas are you in, Beth? I forget, because that takes brain cells, but she's down there, and that area is going to be hot down there pretty soon. So yes, that's exactly what I did, Maria. I took a small Home Depot box, worked perfect, and I bubble wrapped the I laid them like every other one, the wire out, and then I bubble wrapped the wire on each end, and I bubble wrapped all the way around. Everything was bubble wrapped. Then it was put in a white garbage bag, aka poly bag, and then it was put inside a small Home Depot box, because I have a bunch of them from moving and I've saved them all. So then it was put inside a small Home Depot box, and there was about a good 1.5 to 2 inches on each end. So that was taped shut, and he was so happy with, dang it. Hopefully they removed my, where did he's in here somewhere, right here. Great communication, outstanding packaging, arrived in perfect condition. Can't beat that. So those aren't the light normal calendar. No, nope. These are all about the pretty. All Houston, that's right. Thank you, Beth. These calendars were all about the pretty. And isn't it funny? Ed's Auto Parts. So when he messaged me the other morning and he said, I see that the rest of the calendars aren't moving, that aren't really moving. Well, if you guys know ephemera and anything like that, sometimes it'll sit there for years. And I'm okay with that. But he goes, I don't want to offend you. He goes, but I would like to know if you would sell me 2001 through 2008 for $200 plus shipping. And I'm like, heck yeah. Because I'm the only one that has them. And I know what I paid for them. And I had already, by that time, I think factoring all of that in, and something, I had it written down here, but I made over $500 on all of them so far, that I have less than that I have $20 into 21. So it was like 90.04 times 3. The first 3 were $270. It cost me, well, it cost him, well, he paid for the shipping. And I think it was, I had it at $5 shipping, because if you don't know, this is what we're going to talk about next. Let me close this out of here for a minute. You can ship calendars media mail. Yes, you can. A lot of people don't know that. Of course, if you're shipping internationally, you cannot do that, right? So altogether, before taxes and fees and anything like that, I have made $520.12 these calendars, on 8, 9, 10, 11 calendars that I paid, we're just going to say $1 a piece for. Okay. I'd say that's a pretty darn good profit. And I still have 9 more out there for sale. So, and that was just by, and I have to tell you that as I was walking into the sale, there was a gal walking out. I think she's a viewer. I'm not sure, but I know I've seen her many times before. And she just looked at me and she goes, there's not much, there's nothing left in there. And I go, oh, I'll find something. So, there you go. Don't be that person. But to me, it's like a challenge, but it's also, I always can find something. So, I had no problem selling him, but let me pull up here on the USPS. Because I want you guys, you know how I am about this stuff. All right. Calendars I am going to go into the USPS here in a minute. Calendars may qualify for media mail, a special rate class offered by the United States Postal Service for shipping educational and cultural materials. Media mail is designed for items that are educational or cultural in nature, and it offers lower rates than other shipping services for eligible items. I think this takes me to it'll take you to the USPS actual, if you follow it, parcel path. Yes, calendars may qualify for media mail. Calendars can be considered educational or cultural materials depending on their content and purpose. So you have to know this. You have to follow their rules. For example, a calendar that contains historical dates, art prints, or other educational information may be eligible for media mail. On the other hand, a calendar that is primarily used for advertising or commercial purposes may not be eligible for media mail. To determine if your calendars are eligible, you can check the USPS website or contact your local office. So you can also use, let's see. Let's go back here and see if it actually has the actual USPS. Here we go. All right. This is the one we want. So let's, oops. I should come back and put this one in the description. I'm going to put it in here for you guys. I'm educating you. I'm hoping you will educate other people, because a lot of people do not understand media mail. And it's a big thing on Whatnot, because there are a lot of people, sellers, getting bullied by other people and sellers to sell using media mail things that are not allowed media mails. So, and Whatnot will kick you off. It's part of their terms of agreement. And if you're having a sale, an ephemera sale on Whatnot, and you're using media mail, it better only fall into the categories for media mail, which is very small. Because I'll tell you what, when I have my ephemera sales, it will not be media mail unless I just do books. And I will not ever, hi Tina Lou, I will not ever just do books probably on Whatnot, unless I have a bunch of sci-fi, so that could be different. So postal standards provided that bound printed matter calendars, right? This was updated April 2019. That bound printed matter is package service mail matter within specified weight limits. Domestic mail provides that the bound printed matter calendars are considered bound and printed. Weigh no more than 15 pounds. Consists of that bound printed matter must weigh no more than 15 pounds, consist of advertising, promotional, directory, or editorial material, or any other combination of such material. Be securely bound so your calendars can have advertising, because we know 90% of calendars do have advertising in them. Be securely bound by permanent fastening such as staples, spiral binding, glue, or stitching. Loose leaf binders and similar fastenings are not considered permanent. Keep that in mind. You have to know what you have and follow their rules. Media mail is the most #1 open mail and inspected by the Postal Service because it is the one that is abused the most. It may not have the nature of personal correspondence. It not be stationary, such as pads of blank printed forms. So, or even in my understanding, if you have a calendar that you tear the piece off every day that you can use as a notepad, I believe that that does not count. The regulatory history for bound printed matter shares insight into what matter may be eligible for BPM rates, that historically, specifically the testimony underlying blah, blah, blah of bound printed matter in the domestic mail classifications schedule. So indicates that stationery, including calendar pads, among other items, are not intended to be eligible for bound printed mail prices. That would be the media mail for the calendars. However, that testimony did not provide any further description of the calendars that would be considered stationary, nor did it state that all calendar type material is considered ineligible. You guys really got to read these things. All right. So I use media mail. And so you can go in here and read the rest of this. The rule of thumb may not apply to calendar type matter that are part of hybrid pieces combining book and calendar material. Appointment books consisting of textual matter and calendar pages containing blank spaces for note taking. This material differs from pure calendars in that calendar pages are appended to series of pages of text, right? A planner that has other stuff in it is not considered a calendar. It is not considered media mail. So 8 pages, no ads, no blank media, no game. So the majority of calendars, as we know them, like this one, like the road and track, like this one, can be sent media mail. Now, if you sold a calendar for $200, a vintage calendar, are you going to want to send it media mail? Because I'm not. So you want to think about that again too. Because unless you're going through pirate ship and you're insuring it, because you don't want to insure stuff through eBay, it is super expensive. It is dirt cheap to insure items through, boy, I can't talk, pirate ship. When in doubt, don't use it. It's just not worth the risk. Right, exactly, 100%. So in a roundabout way, getting back to it, when I combined the first 3 that he had and I looked up the prices, it was actually cheaper for me to go through pirate ship and sure, send a $2,000 $200, right? So these are the things you think, because I have people message me, why do you have first class shipping on this item that you can send media mail? Because it's a $200 item and I don't want to send it media mail. Not that I don't think it'll get there. I just, plus you spent $200. Don't you want to, I mean, what's maybe $1 more gonna do for you? So I get that question a lot, and I've been reading a lot of forums, and a lot of people are really harassing sellers on whatnot about the media mail. So don't be one of those people. I don't think any of you guys are, but in order to have a sale, an auction, whatever you want to call it, on Whatnot, and sell ephemera and use media mail, it has to fall into the media mail category. Books, and it has to be educational. No blank media, right? No blank VHS tapes, no blank CDs, no blank discs. Any form of media that you could sell, DVDs, VHS, any of that kind of stuff that you could sell and ship media mail, if it is blank, it is a no-go. Blank means no media mail. And that doesn't mean mixing a few blank with a few other ones. Same thing. Yep. So I hope maybe I helped you out a little bit with the media mail. If you have more questions, everybody knows where to find me. I'm more than happy to help you out. And don't feel like if you ask me a question that you think is stupid that I'm going to attempt to make you feel stupid, because you already do feel stupid. No, I'm just teasing. Because if you don't know, the only stupid question that you haven't asked is the one that you didn't ask. I don't know the answer to everything, but I'm sure as shooting happy to find it for you or find somebody that does. So never feel bad with me to come and ask me a question. I will try really hard to not make you feel stupid, because that's not what I'm here for. And I might not know the answer, and then we'll both learn something, because I'll find the answer. So I ended up shipping those calendars to him, the first 3, and I had charged $5 a piece, because you got to add in your shipping supplies, right? And when you're talking something that big, it's heavy. You want to protect it. You don't want it to get bent and stuff like that. I'm trying to think. I think it was $12. So he had paid $15 to have the first 3 sent, and I ended up sending those for $12 and some cents pirate ship. And then when he asked about the 8, I said absolutely. I said, give me an hour or so to figure out what the shipping's going to be, and I'll get back to you on that. And so then when I messaged him back and I said, how does 250 sound? That'll take care of the shipping and the boxes and all of that stuff. And hello. How you doing, girlfriend? I haven't seen you in a while. Everybody tell Miss the Junking Data Girl. She has another name that we call her, but I'm going to call her the Junking Data Girl today. It actually cost me, I don't want to show you his, let's see. I'm going to tell you what it cost me to send. He is in Michigan. It costed, that's hilarious, $25.66 to send it UPS ground for 8 of those calendars. Hi, Lisa. Okay, that's just think about that. Those things weighed I wonder if it, let's see if it told me right here. It was the box was 28 by 23 by 3, and it weighed 15 pounds. I'm in Washington. I'm right on the border. My post office, they load them into the trucks that go right over to the Portland airport. So from Portland to, he is in right above Washington, D.C., literally. That's what it cost. $25. What did I just tell you guys? $25.66. And I told him what it was going to cost, and I said, let's just do $250. That'll take care of my time and extra bubble cut. The last thing I wanted was for any of those spiral bound pieces to get ruined, right? The dimensional, that's not bad. That's a large amount. That's a large box going from one coast to the other. I don't think that's a bad price personally. So that's through pirate ship. It was going to cost 40, almost 60 some dollars to send it priority through the USPS, and it was more Federal Express. So that's what I can tell you on that. So if you don't use pirate ship, don't be afraid of it. Pirate ship is amazing. Does this have his address on it? Yep. All right, let's go back here. Ship. Let's just do this. I want to show you. If I do this, is it going to show? I'm trying to get away from showing you guys addresses and stuff, and there's no way I can really do it. You can see if it just does this, just shows me. Let's just do this. All right. You can import from eBay. You can import from, I can't remember how many different platforms you can import from on Pirate Ship. It literally, you just link your platform to Pirate Ship. And if I click this, or if I go over here and I go import, then it literally imports everything. If it's an international deal, whatever. So if I wanted to just do a single, say I wanted to send Cha-Cha a something, I would put all of their information in here, and it would factor it all out. And I can go down in here. Let's just do, I wonder if my son's still in here. He doesn't live down there anymore. Wow. There we go. He doesn't have this address anymore. So I'll say I wanted to send my son something, and you go in here, and that's me. I don't care if you guys know my address, because that's what's on all my boxes. You go in here and you choose your package. It's got all your choices. It's got UPS Express, all that stuff. Okay. So let's choose, I'm just going to do box or rigid packaging because I want you guys to see some from those of you that are scared to use Pirate Ship. I'm going to send a 12 by 12 by 12 box. That is a cubic foot. That's the biggest one that you can send without really starting to get hit with some prices. And I'll show you the difference in just a minute. Yep, right there. So let's say we're going to do 5 pounds. And I don't want, you can do signature confirmation. You can do return labels. So you need to send somebody a return label. You can do right here. But if you have a return from eBay and you need to send somebody a label, let me tell you something. It's going to be cheaper to buy them one right here and send it to them anywhere. Does it qualify for media mail? It tells you right here, educational material only, books, music, or films. Is it in a regular package? That's kind of like what mine was, but I didn't click that. Do you want to buy insurance? Okay. What is your package declared at? Let's say $100. Now it's going to tell me that the best, cheapest way for me to send this package from Washington to Norwalk, California, which is right near, it's in the LA area, is going to be UPS ground. It's going to tell me when it's going to get there. So if you're looking at your shipping time that you have set up for eBay and you want to match your time, it's going to give you a time, and it's going to say it's $11.50. Now, say you want to You want to see what it is through all the rest. Parcel select is basically the same thing as first class now. But you don't get any insurance included. I want you guys to pay attention to this. It's super cheap, right? That's an amazing price. If they lose your package, you're SOL. 3 days for UPS Select. You got priority mail. Look at, you're already saving $2. Your priority mail is going to arrive 1 day earlier. So depending on what you're doing, but I can guarantee you 9 times out of 10, your priority mail through pirate ship is going to be a few dollars cheaper or the same as it is through eBay. Now, priority mail through Poshmark is a big thing, right? Because it's all the same. I don't sell on Poshmark. I couldn't do that. So you have all of your different choices here, right? And then it tells you down here at the bottom, switch to USPS for $1.86 more. And I'm trying to see where it told me how much the insurance was going to cost me. Here, we'll go back because I was going to look at that to show you guys. Doesn't say right there, previous step. One more time. I don't know why it's not showing the amount it's going to cost for the insurance. Well, let's just do this. What was it? 11? You guys remember 1156? Let's do this. I haven't talked about shipping for a long time because I think people got sick and tired of me talking about it, but I think it's super important. The economy is really bad right now. There is no better way to continue having good sales than having the cheapest, and I'm not saying the worst, but having the best shipping that you can get. All right. So $11.56 with $100 insurance. It should tell me. Am I missing something, Jeremy? It is not telling me. So let's go back here. $11.56. Let's take the insurance off. And they didn't charge me anything for insurance. That's weird. That's why I couldn't find it. So there you go. Because it's UPS. Oh, I know why. It's already got 100. Wow, do I feel stupid right now? They didn't charge me anything for insurance because priority mail and UPS ground and 3 day is already got $100 insurance on it. So I would have had to really feel. Let's try this again. All right, let's do it for insurance. Let's do it for $200. We need to remove that. Let's see what they're going to charge us. Did it take everything away? Valued at $200. I don't need a customs form. Let's see what it does. We were at $11.56. Was $2 and some ship insurance, $1.60. I can guarantee you that would be almost $4 through eBay's insurance. So I'm going to pay $1.60 more to get $100 more of insurance. And let me just tell you something. See this little chat button right here? If you have any problems with any item, with shipping, it got broken, it's lost, whatever, all you have to do is a clickaroo on that and tell them everything. They will ask you for a few pieces of information and they will file the claim and take care of everything for you and get you back your money. You don't have to deal with anything. It's amazing. These guys are amazing. So keep that in mind. That's all I'm going to say about that. It does at the end. Thank you. Thanks, Glenn. On eBay, automatic and the automatic 100 is gated behind a number of successful sales. Otherwise, it's 50. Yep. However, through the USPS, if you're using priority mail, you automatically get $100. I don't care if it's through eBay or who you're getting it through. If it's and same with UPS and same with FedEx. If you're using the ground and the 3-day, then you automatically get $100. And I knew that, and I don't know why I couldn't remember that. All right, that. Let's go back here, and let's go back here. Yes, ahoy! Don't walk the plank. If you have any questions, man, they're 100%. They're nicer than me. Is that possible? It must be. Yes, they do. I've had two that they've dealt with. Yep, they deal with it all. So you can hook up your same account. This is my suggestion, okay? Whatever account you use, whatever card you use for eBay to get paid with, whatever account that is, you can hook that same account right up. I use my PayPal card. I have a PayPal for business card, and I just have that hooked up to Pirate Chip. But if you have a credit card where you get cash back for your transactions, maybe you're getting 5%. I know that's 3%, 2%, whatever. I don't care. Hook that up there, because every time you pay it every month, right, Mom? Pay it every month. Every time you use that on there, then you're getting a percentage back, right? I get a percentage back with my PayPal card, and I get it back every week. I get a little email from them. Somebody just got some money back, and it's that simple. So if you can play that game, you might as well get whatever you can get back, as much as you can get back. If you have a card that you use that you get cash back on, or air mile points or something that you get, have those cards hooked to these things, right? So that you're, I don't know if they call it double dipping or whatever. Things are going to get even worse financially here. I don't want to be the bearer of bad news, and I don't want to be any of that. We can all see it coming. So, all right, let's get back to calendars, because that was what are we? An hour and a half into this, and I haven't really, I guess I did talk about the road and track calendars, but there's so many other kinds out there. So let's get into the meat and potatoes. There's 38 of you still with me. God bless you. It's I want for everybody to understand not only the categories, not only the different types, so that you get in your mind, are you Jewish? Do you mostly only think about things that have to do with the Jewish religion because that's your life? Are you Christian? Do you mostly only think of things that have to do with Christian? Are you Irish? Are you Australian? You know what I mean? We got to break ourselves out of our box and realize there's a whole world out there that collects these things. They have their own systems. So when you walk into, I always use estate sales because that's my favorite place to source. If you don't know that, you do now. You don't know when you go into an estate sale what their heritage is, what their religion is or isn't. So if you watch this video and you walk into an estate sale or go to a garage sale tomorrow and you see that they are, I almost always like to go, I love to go to the office first, the office or the bookshelves, because I can get an idea in my head. Yes. I can get an idea in my head what they did, what they studied, what they liked, right? That gives me an idea as to what kind of stuff I'm looking for, where my niches are in this house, so to speak. Does that mean something? For example, if I start seeing military items, then I know they were in the military. I know there's going to be great ephemera. I know there's going to probably be I don't have them in here, military buttons and patches and stuff like that in the sewing room, because there probably is a sewing room. I don't think I've been in an estate sale yet where there was military stuff that there wasn't a sewing room, because they had their stuff altered and they didn't get paid a lot, and somebody did the altering, whether it was the person that was in the military themselves or their partner, right? So that's just how I process stuff. Were they a mechanic? They're going to have a lot of cool books on mechanics. Were they an engineer? Do you see what I'm saying? Then you can get a feel for what you might see throughout the rest of the house and where you may want to take yourself after that. Does that make sense? That's how I process stuff. So I don't know if that helps. Anyway, the first estate sale that we hit in Salem, this lady, I think Sherry said she didn't think she'd ever been to a house where somebody had whole entire collections from the Franklin Mint and multiples, not multiples of the same collection, but it was like everything the Home Shopping Network or wherever it was she was buying from, she had the whole collection. Like, she didn't just buy December, she bought every piece that went to the collection. And one of them is right there, and it's a calendar, and I'd love to show it to you, but I'm not going to pick it up because I'll show you the listing. I listed it this morning. These are little tiny snow globes, and they're by Gary Patterson, and it's the whole year, and there's a stand over there. Let's see it right there, and in the center you would choose your month. What's up? Yeah, you guys going grocery shopping?
Going to Costco. Need dog food.
You're going to Costco?
I need dog food.
You're going to Costco. Anybody need anything? Put it in the...
I did not volunteer. Hey, look, bird.
I'll send you a list.
Okay. I'm just getting dog food and maybe a couple things, but I'm not going to.
You're feeding him dog food now?
Yeah. He's old enough. Look, he's got his big boy teeth in. He can chew the kibble.
The kind that's in the can, the wet food kind?
We ain't that bougie.
Okay. Poor Dren's still going to be coming over to Nanny's house every day. I would like some sourdough bread, please.
I love sourdough.
You'll take one of those chicken wrap things, right? Bia Waters and mac and cheese. Oh man, they didn't have any good of the Bia Waters the last time I was there, because I almost got you some, but I didn't think they were good. I know that you wouldn't have liked those flavors. And hi, Marie, again. Anyway, so that calendar thing, let's pull it up. I listed it this morning. I paid $60 for the whole thing, by the way, which I was kind of shocked it was still there. I got there about 30 minutes before Sherry and Sean got there. Excuse me. And their prices were pretty high on that stuff. Because she had expensive stuff, but the people that were pricing it kind of went a little crazy. All right, this is my listing for those. There is no other ones of this particular design out there. There's one out there for just the stand, and there's one out there that has 4 of the water globes in it. That's what I have it listed for. There is another one that is a different style. It's basically the same thing, only it's not the months. Anyway, this is in amazing condition, and we'll see. We'll see if it sells, right? Hi, Crystal. I need some tamales. Oh, if you guys want to watch a good, drop your link. You guys want a good video on how to make tamales? This girl can make some tamales. Plus, she's an amazing reseller on top of that. And if you ever go to Vegas, look her up. So, and she and her husband will spend half a day running you a suitcase if you forget it and you're on your way to a cruise. Just saying, that's the kind of person she is. We all need people like that on our side. So this is a calendar. This is a form of a calendar, right? This is a monthly calendar. It's for display. It's kitschy, right? Didn't we talked about kitschy? Every time I see the word kitsch or hear the word kitsch now, I just giggle. Because those of you that haven't seen my keywords video, kitsch is the German word for trash. So it's a cool sounding word. So, hey, there you go. There you go, you guys. Oh, heavens. I know you do. And we all feel the same way about you. So then we have, let's go back to, I think I closed that one, vintage calendars. Let's just go right in here to Google. And I'm putting vintage calendars in because that's what I'm looking at right now. And hopefully we'll hit the other ones up and I won't totally ignore them. But I do have a couple of really cool vintage calendars. But before I do that, I want to show you this one. And this is called this is one form of a perpetual calendar, right? You turn this. This is the first time I've moved that in 5 years. You turn this. You turn this. These sell for about $80 shipped. This is, I haven't changed the date on this since I got burnt. That was the day I got burnt, 2018. So this is something I've had for a very long time. I had before then, and I used it every day. It was in my office. It was in my windowsill right above my desk, and I changed the date every day because it was just something cool. I got a wing going on over here. So that's a form of a perpetual calendar. And they come in all shapes and forms. That calendar could not be shipped media mail, right? So what we're going to do here is, let's get rid of that one. Let's do this. Let's do. And if you go back to the last link where I was in Wikipedia and you go way, way down, it shows there's 8 different kinds of calendars, and perpetual, liturgical, Advent, post-it note time, geological, lunar, and world. Those are some keywords and some items that you want to put into Google search and look at them and get them in your mind so that when you go outsourcing and you're looking for things that other people aren't looking for necessarily, because that's the name of the game right now. You got to look for stuff that people want and collect. And you need to look for things that are inexpensive. Most people don't give any thought to calendars. I have 2 calendars here from 1937, never used. This one can be fixed. I won't fix it. 1937, right? It's actually an anniversary calendar because, where was it? It said back here, I think, 100 years of McGuffey. So this calendar is a 100-year celebration calendar of this company. And these came in a box of ephemera that I got for free at that same estate sale where I got the calendars. I walked out of there with a lot of stuff. The smaller, the better. Vintage perpetuals are adorbs. They are. Good night. Good night, Jeremy. Thanks for being here. Appreciate your help. State sale tomorrow. Hundreds of mantle clocks that you won't be. Oh, well, I'm sure I'll see what you got. If you guys aren't following Jeremy on Instagram, he and his wife, it's Vintage Rescue. If you have time, drop your link. He's got cool stuff. All right, let's go in here. Perpetual calendars. You guys are going to be amazed. Because I think that it's something that is so prevalent in our mind, having a calendar, and then you have a calendar on your phone, and you might have a calendar on your wrist. Your car has a calendar in it. Your computer has a calendar in it. How many people actually still use calendars? I have one right in my kitchen. I write everything on it. I need that visual. I use it on my phone too. Hi, Sherry. You just came out of your tornado. Oh no. Well, I'm glad. Is everything okay? You guys are okay? Falling asleep. All right. Thanks, Beth. Have a great night. Keep your shoes and your radio close and stay safe and have an extra form of transportation. Oh my goodness. You just reworked your bill and personal calendar today. There you go. So we're using calendars every day, whether we're realizing that we're really using calendars, right? You have a family one in the hallway. We all at our event. Yeah, that's what mine was. I totally really miss Dren's mom at times. Well, I miss her all the time, but that did not sound good. Let me get out of here for a second. Because everything got written on the calendar. Every little thing. When a bill, the bill was due, bills were due, appointments. She started dating Dren's dad just before I found out I had cancer. She helped me through cancer. So she was my right-hand man. I'm telling you, she made the appointments. She paid bills. She had control. She could do anything. And I trusted her. And I would still trust her today. But, there's you get somebody that likes to do that kind of stuff, and she loved to do that kind of stuff. And it's great to have that person. Everybody's birthdays. The first thing I would do when I got a new calendar was go through and write all the family birthdays on it. You have a big one at work. Let's see, Dren's in the third grade. In the first grade for Christmas present, they made a calendar for everybody. So each month they had drawn a picture, and they started on that at the beginning of the year. So that was cool. And I saved all my calendars for years, and I wished I still had them because 90% of them were worth money right now just because the type of calendar they were for the artwork, because people use the artwork for what? Somebody type it in. What do people use used ephemera for? And they will pay good money for it. Somebody, come on. Just took your steel-toe boots off. That's what you need. Come on. Yep. Doug got it. Crafting. 100%. And if you go right back here, let's just do this one. Actually, let's do this one. Oops. Because I can spell. Spelling this wrong. Wow. Why am I having a hard time with this? Help me, ephemera lot. Why am I having a hard time with this? An H in there. Ephemera lot for crafting. Did you guys know that? Hi, Marianne. Cindy, are you heading out for your sale? Cindy, if any of you guys are whatnot people, drop your link to your sale real quick if you have time, Cindy. Feel free. She's going on live on whatnot. So ephemera lot for crafting. Music sheet music. Now this can be sent media mail, aka $4.99, 30 pages. So, you know, they have put it in the title, cards for arts and crafts, ephemera lot for junk journaling, 100 library cards. These are actually quite sought after, especially the library card that went in the back of the book. Yep, right there. All right. So when you guys see these boxes of just bits and pieces of stuff, I don't know how many boxes of music sheet music. They will beg you to take it. Well, here you go. If you don't want to, sort through it real quick. And when I say real quick, fan through it. See if there's anything that sticks out to you that has great graphics, that has a wartime picture on the front of it, or a beautiful Christmas graphic, something like that. Or sort through it and divide into Christmas and that kind of stuff, depending on what you like to do. But music, sheet music is amazing for junk journals. And medieval fantasy junk journal pages. It's just, this is a part of ephemera that I don't think I really ever talked about in the other. Look at the prices, right? $45 for this huge ephemera lot for junk journaling. $45 for shipping. Yep, because 90% of that is not media mail. I think she could have probably gotten better. I don't know. I'm not going to speculate on that. That's their problem, and the person paid it. So here's another one. This is even better because it's got all kinds. I see ribbon. I can see a bigger picture of it than you guys. So let's just open this up. There you go, right? This is a huge ephemera for scrapbook junk journaling, huge 200 plus piece grab bag lot. Buttons, stickers, gold plates, all of this stuff. A bag of pieces of every time I sort through a sewing bag and all of these little things, I do this, stuff it right in there, because this is all of these little pieces, bits and bobs. Don't remove the safety pins, the paper clips. Got stuck in an ad. All right, thank you. Hi, Terry. So if you have boxes like this, or if they offer you to take a couple of boxes like this, we're just going to throw it away. Well, looky there. It's amazing what you can get for free. That's not going to take much time to put together and sell. You can get a lot of this stuff for free, $45. That's religious rosary metal paper ephemera cross for crafts. All of this stuff right here. I just got a bunch of this stuff for free. Make sure you check your rosaries though, because if you don't know your rosaries and you don't look, see this one, two, see the red one that's 2 in? And then see the next one to it. I can guarantee you that one right there and the one on the very end right there, those are $100 rosaries. I've just done enough research on them that I know. Anyway, that's just me. So look at all of these things that people have gotten, that you probably have, that you don't know what to do with, and now you do. And your calendar, old calendar pieces, or things that you don't think are worth anything, can go right in here. And you too can sell ephemera. Some of these lots I think are I mean, most of this is stuff that people throw away, right? This lot right here you could buy and probably part it out. You could absolutely part this out. You could probably make 4 or 5 more bundles out of this. That's just, if that's what you got to, if you guys aren't following my girl Terry, you're missing out. It's all I got to say. You've got so much crap like that. I'm telling you, I have, if you guys are I'm going to blow your mind if you start following, if you start watching my ephemera sales and you like ephemera. I'm not going to have, I mean, there may be times where I have stuff like this, but I doubt it. If you come and buy ephemera from me on whatnot, you are going to be getting some good things. You will be able to make money. Okay. I guarantee you. So, and if nobody wants to buy it, I don't have a problem with that. I'll list it and sell it myself. That's what I bought it for, or got it for in the first place. So keep that in mind. All of those little bobs and bits and pieces, this kind of stuff, I will buy this stuff up in a heartbeat right here. People love this stuff. They love the old handwriting. They like the help me out, the script. Brett, I need a word. All this stuff. They love the bank letterhead, all of this stuff. Those are bills, old bills. Yep. But look at the paper that they're written on. Blue Cross of Southern California probably doesn't exist anymore. All of these little things, high school, the calligraphy, the fonts, thank you, the writing, the cursive handwriting. Right here you got a 1967, envelope with a stamp on it. All of these little things here, people, I can't remember. Sorry, that was put in there on purpose just for me. All of these little things, you would be amazed at what people do with this. Yep, she's been there. Well, a lot of these people have seen it because they've seen my haul videos, but typography, all of that. Yep. Sherry's like, oh, you're looking at the paper. I'll see you later. That's what I get from her, and pretty much. Anyway, so you don't have to be into ephemera. You don't have to be in it to pick these things apart and try to sell them yourself singularly. If you get a box of this kind of stuff, which is stuff that most of us would shred, don't be worrying about whose name and address and stuff is on it, because 9 times out of 10, they're long gone and there is no pertinent personal information anymore. If I ever find anything that has a social security number, or if I find old credit cards or if heaven forbid a social security card, then I remove that. I'm not going to sell that, but do you understand what I'm saying? This stuff sells. It might not sell for a lot, but if you had it and you got it, and just weigh it out, make it weigh less than a pound, or make it so that the lot will fit into a priority flat rate envelope. The legal size flat rate envelopes will hold quite a bit. They're the cardboard ones, right? But they're the legal size. You just put that stuff in a Ziploc bag and stick it inside that envelope, and it goes out for $7.20, I think. So you can fit, when you're making your lots of this stuff, make sure that you have an envelope there, whether it's the regular size one or the legal size one. Hey, boatman, how you doing, buddy? And those of us that would want and use that type of paper, yes, for sure, are very respectful. So this is a really quick way, honestly, you guys, if you, to get rid of some items, to make a little bit of money, and to pass it along to somebody who will thoroughly enjoy it, because that's what they do. They're going to repurpose it. They're going to make some money, or they're just going to use it for themselves. Either way. So calendars, old calendars that people have used and written in, even are amazing for this. Before the people take the papers and they tea dye them, they tea stain them, they we need to get rid of that. We got to go back here. I got to get back on track, which is not easy for me. You guys know that. All right. So get your boxes of stuff out. If you see something in there that you think is really super cool and you want to list that yourself, well, then that's what you got it for, right? So as you're searching through, find these things and make yourself piles. Sit on the floor and watch TV, do whatever you do. But I think of everything that we get, paper is my favorite. I love it all. I am not going to be a liar. I love all vintage. And one of the things that I love about it the most is the history that we get to learn when we're doing the research or watching somebody else teach us about it, right? I found the coolest piece of ephemera in a box today, and I listed it. I found one reference to it. Stone Age art, Columbia River petroglyphs. Well, this little folder, I can't open it. I got it all taped. This thing right here has 6 cards in it that are double-sided that have the pictures of all 15 of the known petroglyphs in the Columbia River. And this was put out by the Oregon Museum of Science and Industry, which around here we call OMSI. And it has it has a thing that talks all about it. It has 2 different history items in it, and then it has an order sheet so that you can order larger prints, which obviously this was done in 1955, by the way. I paid nothing for this because I got it free at that estate sale, the same place that I got the calendars. And I have it listed for $200. Why do I have it listed for $200? Because you can't get these anymore, and because the prints are nice enough inside here that they could be framed and hung up. Will I sell it for $200? I don't know, but if you don't ask for it, you won't get it, right? This is a true piece of history. And if you have historical places where you live, like we have the Columbia River Gorge, and we have Mount St. Helens, and we have the Portland International Airport, and up north we have in Seattle we have the World's Fair. So if you and then there are many indigenous tribes that were in these areas. If you have history, there are papers that are going to be hiding in these bookshelves in the estate sales. So when I look at a bookshelf, the first thing I do is I look for these little tiny things and I pull them out, because it could have something to do with history from the area that you live in or an area that they moved from. And these little pieces of paper that are stuck in the bookshelves are very inconspicuous and people don't pay attention to them. And they can net you some really good money. Not only that, but you are saving you know what? The only place that this is found, I searched for an hour and a half today for this. And there is one record of it in a library somewhere that they have it that you can, that talks about it. So I learned a lot, but that's my area. You don't sell paper, but that's how you feel about vintage. See, and I'm right there with you on the vintage clothing too. But you know that. So and there's so much you can learn about the vintage clothing, right? So much. So let's go back to the perpetual calendars because I want to give you guys some more ideas of different calendars. Yeah, message me a link or put it. Can you put it in the you can put it in the chat and then I can pull it over from the chat, Brett, and then that way everybody else can have it too. Because otherwise I have to open up hang on. Oh, there it is. All right. Oh, what? For only $9? Oh, somebody. All right. Somebody needs to go buy this because that is worth way. It's on Etsy. Oh, somebody already bought it. Did you buy that, Ethel? I have a couple of items like this that are listed in the hundreds of dollars. 1974 vintage French mini diary agenda from 1947. Ripples paper hugger. Wow, somebody got a deal on that. Learn more about this item. Vintage French diary from 1947 with a cute little pencil. 2 pages, have some writing. See photos. Gorgeous paper item to get creative with. Authentic French pieces. Holy moly. I have too many windows open. Look at that. This right here, the graphics, the script, all of it. This is why people buy these kind of things. Nobody in their right mind, you guys are all in your right mind, right? Would tear this up and use it. I would hope that they would tear this up and use it for a junk journal. But who am I? I mean, did you buy that? She is in the Netherlands and goes to France to flea markets. No, I coveted it, though. You should have bought it. My phone's going crazy now. All right, you guys. Let's go back. That was cool. Thanks for sharing that. I appreciate that. Let's see. All right, I'm good there. Good here. Don't need that. Somebody just bought something. It's good because I hadn't been listening. I've had, you guys, my Jeep died. I had some other issues. Last week was a horrible week. And my Jeep died, and I'm about $8,000 in to getting it fixed. I have to have a new engine put in it. So if I look like, that's where it's at. That's why I wasn't on last Thursday, because all this happened last Thursday. I have an old Bible that the minister has written in and also has notes. Yep. Death certificates, birth certificates. Love it. Love it. Love it. All right. Back to the, let's go out of here because we want to look at perpetual calendars. So let's look at some of these. This is a vintage. This one's cool. This almost looks like vomit. Have you ever heard of the vomit art? But this is lucite, would be my guess. And it is encased in it. Ooh, freaking out. We're freaking out. This is on Shop Goodwill. Anybody want to go buy it? It's 10% off. So vintage perpetual desk calendar, genuine glass base, globe world, sea to shining. That's not glass. There's no way that's glass. Width, height, weight. Doesn't tell the weight. That's lucite or plastic, in my personal opinion. But hey, I didn't list it. Anyway, there you go. That's actually a pretty good deal. So shop Goodwill, you guys. Here is a metal perpetual calendar. And it's actually, I need to close. I don't know what is going on with my internet, but it's frustrating. This is beautiful. 28-year, place the year over the month, red month for leap year. So this piece right here, where the 72 is, the 66, 71, that moves. I wonder if it shows the back so that that's pretty. See right here? It's a stand. And you can kind of see that's really cool. All right. They want $30 for that. That's not a bad price, I don't think. And then there's all of these other ones. Authentic Models Delight, Vintage Brass Zodiac. You have new ones that are wood. We got a Star Wars Death Star perpetual calendar. Everybody, you know what? I think Dren has one similar to that. His is a timer. Here is a National Archives perpetual, National $39.99. That's cool. So then you can get down, and here's, I know most of you guys have seen a perpetual calendar like this. This is probably when somebody brings up, man, what is going on here? I'm telling you. When somebody brings up perpetual calendar, I mean, not that you're going to think Winnie the Pooh, but you're going to think of something like this that has the little blocks that you can move in it. Or maybe it's just a small one like this that sits on your desk and it has two numbers on it, right? And you change four-sided blocks, right? However many, whatever it is, has the numbers in it. I think they're four-sided. They have to be four-sided. And then you just change out. This is just another version of the cat one, right? Only the cat one is just a month one. So then my perpetual calendar and printable. Okay, yep, you can make your own. You have this perpetual calendar, all of these. This one's cool, a Ferris wheel one. So perpetual calendars come in all shapes and forms. Sometimes they will have here's the one I was talking about. Wow, my computer is like not, oh, I know why it won't do that. There you go. Oops. Psych. There you go. This is the one I was talking about. So sometimes it has the month down here. So right, it'll have the little blocks and it'll have your things and you can change it. So you got all these different, here's one that has 3 different, you got your date. That's a lot of work right there. I'm too lazy for that one. Just putting it out there. Oh heavens. But people love that, right? It's a routine. To do that. So don't look at these items that I show you and roll your eyes. Well, you can if you want to. Here's a really cool one. If you see this one, a lot of this stuff, Bradford Exchange, what's the other one I just talked about? The something mint. A lot of these things, like Snoopy's hot, right? Snoopy's always hot. People love Snoopy. This is the actual Bradford Exchange. So here's a perpetual calendar. Not only does it have this is similar to my cat one from Gary Patterson, but this one actually has the days in it too. So that's pretty freaking cool. People love Snoopy. Snoopy's their guy. He's been around forever. Red Baron. And same with the clocks. Here's a pocket size perpetual. I've seen these before. Pocket size perpetual calendar. It's similar to having a pocket watch. You got it right there in your pocket. If you're a survivalist or someone like that there are a lot of people that don't carry cell phones. They don't. They still wear a regular watch, right? Then you got this one. As a matter of fact, somebody sent me a bunch of these here not too long ago, very similar to this. All right, so there's your perpetual calendars. Where is vintage calendars? Now you have, let's look at this one. These are for sale from this place, but I just want to give you ideas. These are retro. These are repops similar to the metal signs that you put on. You've got a 1969 Snoopy Avon bottle. If it's the Red Baron one, those are worth some money. So that's another reason people will buy these older calendars and stuff like that, as they're going to, and I bought a picture this gal did, they're going to recreate a different kind of art with it. They're going to take those pictures out of there, and they may very well add artwork of their own and resell it. You guys, you can get 40% off your order by going to Retro and Vintage Calendars right now. I am not a sponsor, and they didn't give me any money for that. All right, let's go here. Collectible calendars, pre-1940. Both of these are 1937 that I have here. One of them is for McGuffey's outdoor classes, in which he tried out the material for his readers. What did he do? Because this is his William Holmes McGuffey, and the McGuffey readers occupy a place in the Educational Hall of Fame that is unique. First two McGuffey readers were published in 1936. The American Book Company. So this one's, and it's in great shape. I put it in, I have the archival stuff like this. Always will go in an archival sleeve. I haven't taken pictures of it yet, so I haven't sealed it. This one, got at the same place. You guys, I got these free because it dug through stuff. I had an hour. Plus, they let me stay later because I help them clear stuff out. This one is John Marshall Biography Calendar for 1937. It's Federal Hardware and Implement Mutuals. Hardware Mutual Fire Insurance Company of Minnesota. And this is 1967 to 1937, and it has not been written in, and it is in amazing condition. So that's what we're going to look at right now and see. I haven't done any research on these, but I knew to grab them because I knew. So let's look and see. Let's see. I hate this view. I don't know why you can't just choose that and make it stay on it. And we're just going to shoot right to the moon here. 1930s. These are listed. These are not sold. We will get to the sold ones shortly. I don't know why, but I just had a memory of making flavored. He wears a blue baseball cap. Snow cones sound good. They're really going to sound good. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, it's going to be in the mid to high 90s here. So 1937. What was that? What was that one that I had? John Marshall. But they've got a whole. These are pinup. Renee, are you still in here? Renee has a bunch of this stuff. Renee, are you looking at the prices? Renee, wake up. She's going to smack me. Exceptional condition 1922 Mazda Edison calendar. That's beautiful. And they have gone to the lengths of framing it. Rare 1913 Peters cartridge advertising calendar hunting ammo bird dogs. I might be listing some of mine higher, but I don't think that I would want to have one of these calendars framed. But who am I? Especially if they have, Peters Cartridge Company. That's cool. So it's really dependent on who it is, right? Rare vintage year 1900 die cut. This is cool. Die cut. Let's get back up here. Advertisement calendar, Ralph Waldo Emerson. Well, hey, Barb. No sense in rushing through. That's amazing. That's beautiful. If you don't know who Ralph Waldo Emerson is, I cannot help you, but you can look him up. Know that name. You're going to find him in a lot of different places. So you're going to find, and look at this one. You're not going to find them beautiful, perfect. Look at this one, all rolled up. It's missing. We're into May, so it's missing half of the year already, right? Close to half of it. Star Livery and Feed Barn. What year was that? Did it say 1919? $800. They will probably get darn close to that. Life Association. Adelaide Heibel prints. She's a famous artist. Applegate. Is that what that says? Just joking. Molina Campos, Argentina, Alpargatas calendar. Well, of gauchos, which is their form of cowboys. Look at the dog. That's hilarious. Look at the dog right there. That's cool. And gauchos are shoes. So this is for the shoe. This is an advertising magazine. See the shoes down there? That's cool. I like that one. So this is when I tell you, Eureka, South Dakota. Anybody live in South Dakota? You might want to be looking for the Fred Strobel coal and wood. These things are out there, you guys. You just have to look for them. Thanks for stopping in, Goody Ma. I appreciate you, Barb. You missed Dren. You came in and asked if you needed any groceries earlier. So let's look at lowest to highest and get an idea on what people are asking for these, right? See some of the smaller ones and what do we think? I think that Concordia Seminary, St. Louis, 1930 calendar. I think they should probably be asking more for that. That's my personal opinion. But if you like this kind of stuff and you want to use it for something or you just want to have it, that's an amazing free shipping. Hello. That's fine. Don't worry about it then. Yep. How about some of the rustic? All right. Thank you very much. I know I need more stuff. Milk. It's not for you. Oh, would you please get me sorry, you guys, a thing of the Dunkin' Donuts coffee? Please, please, please. Yeah. All right. Thank you. Bye. There you go, Barb. You missed it again. This would be a good buy for anybody who loves this kind of stuff. $2.50 and free shipping. They only have 342 feedback, so maybe they're trying to get their feedback up. A lot of people do this. I don't fall into that category. Early real photo image of soldiers on horseback with message Happy New Year. So I don't know why that's in the calendar, if it came from a calendar. So October 1912 calendar page. Is this a print? That's another thing you guys can do. You can digitize these old ones and just sell print on demand. Etsy's a great place for that. If they're all right, you two behave. Kathy and Barb, behave. A lot of people will scan these in and digitize them, and they just sell the pages. And that's a smart thing to do if you have something that's cool, that's not in pristine condition, right? It's already taken apart. Scan it in, digitize it. If it's not copyrighted anymore, you can look into all of that. And then you have a forever something to sell. So that's a print on demand is great on Etsy. If you have a scanner, then you're all in. If you don't have a scanner, go to an estate zone, pick one up for $10, because I guarantee you can get one for $10, a printer, scanner, copier, fax. You're bad influence, Barb. That's why I love you so much. So this is what they've ink blotters with calendars. That's truly what that is. That's cool. So they come calendars, these old vintage calendars come in so many different shapes. Oh, I got one of these. I don't know how did this one become a calendar? Oh, that's how. Do you guys ever see these rulers? I don't think mine has a calendar on it. Nope. But it does say Tupperware is everywhere. I have two of them. Because of course it would. So, and it's celluloid on top of that. And they're only asking $6. Somebody go buy that. Oh my gosh. They have 3,000 feedback. They should know better. Maybe that's not their niche. Oh my. Wow. I can't help everybody. So these little ones, they're tiny, right? These little ones right here like this, they're going to be like this big. Not much bigger than this. Probably actually even smaller. They could be about that size. This is my listing book. I write my listings that I do every day, or that I don't do every day. Oops, there's a bad picture there. When we climb to heaven, 'tis on the rounds of love to men. All right. To each their own. So, and then these people have taken a vintage Mount Vernon, George Washington's 1934 litho print card. It was probably, I don't know why that's in the calendars unless they tore a calendar apart. Wow. Okay. 1925, fully intact mini calendar, unmarked. That's cool. Wow. $1. Oh, it's a bid. Okay. All right. I'm going to give them a little grace. You just took a break to chat. Hello. That was nice of you. It was very nice of you. So look at all the different, my calendar memory for 1937. Christmas card and a Christmas card list. That's not even written in. That's cool. Lots of neat things that you will find, a lot of this stuff just shoved in a box and nobody wants to deal with it. Nobody wants to buy it because they don't understand it. And that's okay. That's my goal, is to show you guys things that people don't understand. So let's look when I was researching prices and stuff, if I do vintage to 514. I always spell calendars wrong every freaking time. Oh, we forgot to go in and look at sold prices. These calendars that are huge, like here's a Sasquatch one, 2023. They're expensive for right now. But so when I was looking, let's see. I have to pay attention because I got to make sure I'm sharing. When I was researching the road and track ones, I thought they'll show up. Road and track is a huge thing. Let's see what shows up now. Oh, well, there's that one's mine. That one's mine. Nothing up here. But you come down here and there's two. Amazon.com, but that's the 2023 and it's monthly. I don't even remember where I found the one that is listed on eBay, but you're not even seeing any. So I could take out this and just do this. And now mine don't even show up there. As a matter of fact, we could even do this. Road and Track Magazine, Premium Wall Calendar 2023, 1973, but that's not Road and Track. Neither is that. Do you see what I'm saying? Don't give up when you find these things. If you can't find it, it's probably worth picking up. I'm just going to say. It was for me, and it has been for me many a time. So then I did, well, here's a 1965 Northern Pacific Railroad. So then I'm thinking to myself, it's Road and Track. They're old, they're amazing. This is, oh, these are just to hand out. They're the little press and stick ones. Then I did what I don't even remember all of it, but here's like a mass transportation one. Look at the condition this is in. Doesn't matter. It will sell. It should sell for more than that, but who am I? I would have listed it for more. Let me just put it that way. Okay. Man, there's 39 of you guys in here. I appreciate that. Vintage cars in Italy, Road and Track Magazine. If you just do this, I spent an hour and then I decided, look at if 1964 Road and Track magazines, the magazines go for a large amount of money. Wouldn't you think that somebody would have their calendars out there? "26 years of Road and Track magazine." Well, now you come down here and there's the 2022 one. Not mine. And those aren't even the same size. I don't think. And that's mine. Oh, look. There's a whole bunch more there that are mine. Snap-on Tools Millennium. I looked at that one. All of these, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There should be 9 of them. 9. That's what I have left. It's funny that the other ones don't come up, but so there's somebody on eBay that has another one. I don't know where it is. Let's see if I do this, if his pulls up. Don't give up is what the point of this is. Those are solds. That's not mine. This might be hit. What? Oh, yep. This is. Oh, he sold it. I wonder if Ed bought it. Because this is the one that I found. Because I remember it had the very rare large format. I stole his listing. I stole the large format part. So this was his, and that is actually is one that Ed wanted. That's funny. I'm curious. Oh, let's just do this. He left me feedback, so let's see if he left feed. Well, if he has, it hasn't gotten there yet. So, and it may not have been him. I'm just assuming because that is one of the years that he asked me the first time. Nothing like list and learn, right? So, will the other ones sell? I don't know. Well, they'll sell. Will they sell for what I have them listed at? I don't know. But you know, it's just one of those things. Here's a Smokey the Bear calendar. If there's something out there that people collect or like, it's there's a calendar, there's a matchbook, there's a magnet, there's a hat, there's a shirt. There's something made out of that item that people collect. And calendars are a huge thing because everybody has that. That just makes my little, oops, I did myself in. Shopping we can do. That just makes my little heart happy. Oh, that's cute. I love this stuff. Calendar, vintage calendars. So it's just like any other kind of art collection. Lithography, you're going to find a lot of Saturday Evening Post. What was his name? I did all the artwork for that. Just anything. There's no end to it. That picture of our dog George, that's actually part of a calendar. That's him down in the creek at our farm. I know you can't really see it too swell, but we had to put him down the last day at the farm, and I get to see him every day, you know. So you can have calendars made with anything you want on them, but in the end, when you're done with them, they're worth something, whether it's to you or to somebody else. But if you don't look at the paper and you walk past it, I'm telling you, those boxes of paper are screaming at you, and you will for certain almost always find some form of calendars, some way, shape, or form. Norman Rockwell, thank you, Doug and Karen. So that's what I got for you this week. Calendars, calendars, calendars. Any shape, way. You got a sundial, which is going back to the horology, right? So any of that kind of stuff that has to do with time, documenting time, writing time, pictures of time, advertising. If you've got a vintage calendar that is in decent shape and it's an advertising calendar and it has cars and trucks on it and it has railroad and that, I mean, just add the different niches up. Anything gas, oil, transportation, you're just cha-ching, 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 because it's parts of our history that are no longer there. And a lot of these, this was cool. Actually, the kid that's, I call him a kid because he's the same age as my kids, that's in charge of the storage facility that I have my stuff. He goes, check this out. Somebody gave me. And I was like, I just looked at it and my eyes got big. He goes, do you want it? You can have it if you want it. And I said, it's the year I was born. It was never written in. It's in amazing shape. I may keep it, I may not. It's cool to look at, but it has signal stickers for important personal events, and most of them are there. This sucker's 56 years old, and it's in amazing condition. So to somebody, it may just be a book or something, and it's made for children, calendar for children. So keep your eyes open. Find that box of paper and they don't care. Most people don't care. I'll sit down on the floor right there, or I'll drag it over to the couch or somewhere. I will look through it. The last big box I bought, I actually was looking through it and pulling stuff out because they had it marked $1 a piece. And finally, I just went down there and I said, how much for the whole box? And they said $10, but it was half price. Wasn't it half price, Sherry? The one over in Portland? Anyway, I paid $10 or $5 for it. I don't know. There was a ton of cool stuff in there. You have one for your daughter that was born in 1987. It's just cool. I mean, you can go back in the calendar on your phone or whatever and find out really quick, but it's just kind of cool to have something from that area. How did my ride end up on your wall behind you? Well, which one do you want? I have two because right now I should have one off because my real ride isn't working. I paid $5. Okay, thanks. So, all right, you guys. I'm 250 subscribers away from 5,000. That is amazing to me. I've seldom ever say comment, like, subscribe, just because that's not what I'm about. But the reason why I'm saying this is because I just want you to know how much I appreciate your support and your comments, and you're making me giggle and just being kind to me. When I hit 5,000, I have some gifts that we're going to auction off. I have right above my head, can you see it? A really nice eBay brand new water bottle and a hat. I have a $20 eBay gift card and some other things. So it won't be too long. If I actually did more content, it would be faster, but I have other things in life to do too. So, but you guys in my live is where I do it. I don't advertise it. I didn't advertise the last few times I did it. So it'll be here in the next month would be my guess. So on one of these lives here, we're going to have a drawing, and I'm going to give whoever's in the audience is going to get a chance to get some eBay swag, and maybe by then I'll have some shirts or hats with my logo stuff that I'm doing. All right, you guys, I appreciate you. Have a wonderful weekend. I won't have my car back by next week, so it's all right. It's good. It gives me a chance to get through some of this stuff, right? I love y'all. Talk to you later. Bye.